Hi, it's Sam and Rev.
And what yacht to do?
We are going around America's Great Loop.
Aboard the Here's to Us.
And today we are going to take you from our journey from Charleston up to Georgetown.
And the great thing about this trip is that we finally get to have dinner with other loopers. The COVID thing is really nuts, and we did sit couples in a chair between us all, but at least we got to go out and have dinner.
Yeah, social distancing has been kind of crazy, but we are looking forward to this. So let's go. It's a distance of 67 miles, which is a long day. So let's get there. We are departing the Harborage Marina at Ashley Creek. It is just north of the mega dock, and there's a big bridge that we have to go under. But the challenge today was to whether to leave at, a slack current, which would be near high tide or near low tide, or leave mid tide. And we decided to leave mid tide because we wanted to be at high tide at certain points along the route today.
This particular area has issues with current. So you see that stuff floating in the water. Sam had to, what do you call that?
Yeah, clear the props.
Clear the props.
Yeah. Because there's debris that comes in and will lodge up against the props. So we kind of cleared the props, put them in reverse, and kind of cleared things out. It is a very narrow fairway coming in here. And with the current, really wasn't that much of a current. I'd say maybe 1.5. So not a big deal for us. On the smaller boats or sailboats that are a little less powered, it's a challenge. But the narrowness of it and the unevenness of the current in and out kind of give us a little bit of a challenge getting out of there. So you just go slow, you're fine.
I thought you did great. I didn't even notice you had. Did you have any trouble?
No, I didn't really have any trouble. It's just a matter of that it's pretty close to other boats. We don't want to bang in any other boats and kind of get out of there. So kind of got out of there pretty early in the morning.
We left the same way that we went in. And then we came to these beautiful homes, which Charleston, I think, is known for. And seeing them along the water's edge, just beautiful. And the access to boats right there, that'd be a really cool way to live, don't you think?
This is the Isle of Palms area, and there was a critical area going through there at 6.2 mean low water. And we are on a rising tide, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but we did need to be careful.
Oh, you mean it was really shallow in there?
Yeah.
Or could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was an interesting thing that happened to us.
Yes, they're
going along and then see up ahead, fishing boat.
Mm-hmm. And not getting out of the way, and
I guess he turned around so he could move off on that side. Interesting.
Yeah, so he never saw us, and I was watching to see if he was turning his head, so that's why the horn, and got his attention. As soon as he saw us, he got out of the way.
Yeah, it looked like a fishing group that for hire. Anyway, we came to this other bridge, and you can see it's a beautiful morning. Sun's in our eyes, just like we like it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful cruise this day, even though it was a long journey.
Do you know what bridge that is?
I don't.
Well, don't quiz us on bridges. We're new to this area.
1200 and 2200 coordinate universal time. All mariners be advised, current law states that anyone who willfully communicates a false distress call or causes the Coast Guard to initiate search and rescue activities when no help is actually needed commits a Class D felony, punishable by 6 years imprisonment, a $250,000 fine, and a civil penalty of $5,000.
Well, I never get tired of looking at the homes all the way around the Great Loop. The scenery and the homes and that people have built along the water's edge is just really incredible. In this area outside, the further we go north, it just looks better and better. I love the way this looks. I had to take a picture and also video because it looks like that boat is sitting on the grass. But as we look closer, it's anchored into some water there. And finally, I got a shot of the dolphins, and it's just luck when it happens because I am usually never ready, and then here they are.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot, Reb.
But wait, it gets better.
There
See
they
that?
go.
Oh my goodness, I should work a SeaWorld or something. I do remember this house along the ICW. It was all by itself, like a true introvert, zero neighbors.
Yeah.
What struck me about this neighborhood is how long those docks are. Or just, that's a long way to go from a house way out to your boat.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was totally obsessed with these birds. I probably have, 5-6 minutes of just watching these birds because they would come to the back of the boat and then fly up and then get some fish and then fly around and then call their friends, and couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe people feed the birds and they see a boat. I don't know, or they think we're a shrimp boat. Maybe we look like a shrimp boat.
We didn't have anything to feed them. But this part on the ICW, tranquil, peaceful. How could you not love it?
It was a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then look at this.
Yeah, we got some dredging. This is McClellanville, and I had read something where there was an incident here, or I don't know if a boat hit here, whether they were trying to get a boat out, or there was some dredging.
That was dredging.
There was dredging, definitely, but I don't know if it was a planned dredging. So if somebody knows about what happened in McClellanville, let us know in the comment section.
Yeah. And then look at that.
Oh yeah, just a beautiful day. It was just a wonderful day for cruising the intracoastal waterway.
I love it when the water's so flat that you can see the reflection of the trees and the sky, and it's trying to have a little bit of wind. Look at those flags up there. And
the flags that we have flying on the left is the Marine Trawlers Owners Association, and on the right is our Great Loop, American Great Loop Cruises Association. Hello from What Yacht to Do on the bridge of the Here's to Us. We are nearing 5,000 miles on the Great Loop. In about 5 miles, I've calculated we'll hit the 5,000 mile point. So we're currently at about mile marker 420 or so on the intracoastal waterway, heading to Georgetown today and going to stay there for one night. We are going to maneuver in and pump out and put a little bit of fuel in because we see down track at about mile marker, 260, about 245. The fuel is real cheap there, so we're going to call and confirm about that. So we want to take on as much as we can at that cheap price. So it's been a wonderful day today. A couple of places of shallow water. What we did is we got up and we left the marina on a rising tide, hit high tide at about 3 hours into the trip, and it's about a 6-hour trip, so we're kind of riding on a rising tide, be coming in mid-tide into Georgetown, where we hopefully will get in early enough to do something in the town and have some fun. So we'll see ya while we're having fun. So here we are, 5,000 miles on America's Great Loop, and we decided not to do a video at the 5,000 mile point because we have done recaps at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and then 4,500. So the final recap will come once we finish the loop. But if you haven't seen those videos, we cover in great detail the cost, all the stats about how many marinas we've stayed at, all that, anchorages, walls, and ad nauseum. So if you want to see those, they're available.
There's a boat. I don't see a ferry unless it's that blue.
But they bring
Thing.
cars back and forth somehow with that. I guess that's a floating. That thing must move across back and forth. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it says ferry crossing.
Yeah. So, oh, I guess this thing just kind of turns around and yeah. See
Miss
the
Ellie.
drawbridge on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that the car has to get over there, I guess.
Well, that was interesting. There's a bunch of debris in the water up here.
So we're coming into the Georgetown Harbor, and once you talk to somebody at the marina, you want to try to get a prominent land point, and for us was where the condos were. So we were looking for those condos to kind of pinpoint the marina.
Yeah, and the marina told us that, to be on the lookout for those condos, because where this was situated was almost to the end of this area. Harborwalk Marina was fantastic. We do highly recommend you staying there. It is a small marina and very friendly. The dock hands were awesome, and it was just a really good marina to stay at. We were greeted by the harbor host in the area. I believe it was Mike and Ginger, and then the harbor host from the neighboring area came down, and they're on Kiss Some Frogs, and they organized this dinner for loopers. Now, it had been such a long time that we had gotten together with the COVID, and we were so lonely because it seemed like we were only traveling with the two of us. But finally, we got to see some others. So tiny.
Hey, buddy boy.
Hi.
Oh.
So he's probably about a year old.
Yep. Oh, well,
How do you tell?
No alligator. And he was on the move.
So the town was really cool. It has this walkway along the outside where you can, I guess that's what they call it, the Harborwalk.
Yeah, Harborwalk.
Lots of shops down there and a museum. In fact, one was called...
Two museums.
Yeah, two museums, the Maritime Museum, and then there was also one called the Rice Museum. Who would have thought they'd have a museum about rice?
Yes, but the thing about being in Georgetown right now is that so many of the businesses are closed because of the COVID, and there just wasn't anything open for us to see. So I can totally see us coming back here some other time to spend some time and visit more places.
Yeah. Great shops along there, like Rev says, but nothing's open. And I guess the Rice Museum has to do with the Carolina rice. At one time, this was a big rice producing area, and I don't know if they still produce the rice there, but that's why the Rice Museum is here.
And a clock tower. What would a town be without the clock tower? We did hear that some of these places are great for breakfast. The bakery, of course, would be a great place. And now we get to the Rice Museum.
Yeah, there it is. And it was closed.
It was closed,
Yeah.
but through this walkway, which looks very European, on the other side is the entrance to the Rice Museum. Well, thanks for coming along with us on our long day from Charleston over to Georgetown.
Yeah, if you have questions or comments about this particular trip, you can always go down into the comment section and leave a comment and we'll answer it. Or if you have something more detailed or that you don't want to share with public, you can always email us at crew@whatyacht2do.
Because we read them all.
And
We
we
answer
answer
them
them
all.
all eventually. All right, thanks. See ya.